Hey guys, what's up? It's Vertical Hoops here, and in this video of NBA 2K15, I'm continuing the MyGM series with the Milwaukee Bucks, and in the last video, I did simcast for a few games, and we ended up jumping into the last one against the Thunder, and that didn't really end well. We ended up losing by 7, I'm pretty sure, but then again, they're way better than us. We're still a young team, and we're still developing, so I guess it's not really that bad at the end of the day, but a loss is a loss, so it's still not good. But we're just going to have to put that behind us for now. So in this video, we're going to be simcasting against the Magic, and as you can see, I'm showing you their roster, and their best player by far is Nikola Vujacic. He's one of the best centers in the league in my opinion. I think he's really underrated. He has really good mid-range shooting, and he has decent hook and fadeaway shots, as you can see right there, and he has good post control. And then one of his better things is his rebounding. He's just deadly, and he's 7 foot, like I said, so we need to watch out for him. He's going to be really hard to handle, but you know, I think Hassan Whiteside has what it takes. He's a pretty good center. He's up and rising, so I don't think we'll have a problem. I just moved another minute like we did in the last game so that the scout device would go away, so I gave Jabari one more, and then I just kind of scrolled through the rest. None of it's really that important. I ended up going over to the play session, and I'm starting the simulation. So as you can see, they kind of started off strong. They ended up going up 20-11 in the first quarter, so I stopped. I just wanted to look around. I was hoping that maybe I could find something that I could possibly change, because this just isn't looking good. But if you look at the stats, no one's really doing all that bad. Williams is shooting pretty bad. But then Ersan Ilyasova, he's 0 for 5 and 0 for 1 shooting already, so he's one of the main impacts that is making us lose right now, and I'll get back to him later on in the video. But for now, just continue the simulation, and as you can see, we're starting to come back a little bit in the second quarter. We kind of went on a run right there, and then going to the third quarter, we're continuing that strong run. We took the lead, and a couple times during that game, or during that run, we had double digits. But then coming down in the fourth quarter, there's under 4 minutes, now under 3, and this is just a close game. I kept stopping, deciding if I should go in, and I just ended up kind of going to the end. We were up by 5 with 5 seconds, and that was pretty much it for them. It ended up that way, and we reached level 6, which is pretty good. I chose the thing that would boost each of our players' strength by 3, just because I think that was the best one. None of them are really that great. But after that, I went over to the box score, and we had another beast game. Ersan Ilyasova really turned his act around. He was 0 for 5, I'm pretty sure, so he made his next 6 out of 7, so that's pretty good right there. And look how many people on our squad have double digits. Like, that's just amazing. Michael Carter-Williams played pretty bad. Look at that shooting, that's just awful. But he still had 10 points, and he almost had a triple-double. And then Hassan Whiteside had 10 and 7, so that's pretty good. We had a bunch of guys scoring, so that's the kind of game that'll really help us out. We just need some guys to score more and more efficiently, like Michael Carter-Williams, but I don't know. I guess that's pretty good for now. They have Alfred Payton who's hurt, but I don't think that's really going to impact them. But anyway, I'm back at the calendar now, and I'm simming through this Saturday practice day, and something came up. I was hoping it really wasn't an injury. That would be so bad for us, and it ended up just being our head scout. So it's time for us to do our first scouting trip, and when I said I was going to come back to Ersan Ilyasova, I still forgot about that. I'll be talking about that later, and it's really the whole kind of concept of power forwards. But for this, I just decided to scout power forwards just in case, and so I clicked on that. That's what I want, and then I ended up doing first round just because we're going to be getting more first round picks, and we already have a few, so that will probably be in like good range for getting a first round power forward if we need one. So that's what I did there, and then I went back to the calendar and I'm looking at the past few games because I wanted to see how Ersan Ilyasova was doing, because now I'm going to talk about it. I'm considering trading him. I'm pretty sure I brought it up already in a past episode. So I'm just looking at how he's been playing, and these 2 wins, he hasn't really done anything all that great. I mean, he doesn't score all that much, but when he does take shots, they're usually a pretty good percentage. He was 50% and then 5 for 6 from the foul line, so that's pretty good right there. That was in the Memphis game. And then over to the Thunder game when we lost. He really didn't play good in this. He had 4 turnovers and 1 for 6, so he played really bad in this. I don't want to be mean, but he played like trash in this game. He was 0 for 1 from the 3 line, so that's just not good right there. So after that one, I just kind of went back even further. I was looking at the Bulls box score, and he didn't even play that great in this. He was 2 for 3, and he had 2 rebounds, so that's not really good, but I guess it's not all that bad. He had a steal and a block, so I guess he does what he can. But I'm looking to trade him, and one of the guys that I'm really considering going after is Serge Ibaka. He's an 82 overall, and he's 25 and 6'10", so he looks like he's pretty solid. I'm not looking at his stats right now, but I'm looking at how he's doing this season. And you see he averages 8.9 points and almost 5 rebounds and 1.5 blocks. So that's pretty good, I guess, for them, since it is CPUs and they don't usually score as much, and also because the sim length is kind of low. But then the other guy is Terrence Jones, and he averages 10 points and almost 6 rebounds. He doesn't have as much blocks, and he doesn't shoot nearly as good from 3, but yeah, he's another guy who I'm really considering looking at. So after that, I went over to Ursan Ilyasova, and I clicked on him, and I brought him into my office. I just wanted to see if there was anything I could say. I was just looking at like any possibilities. I was seeing if there was anything that had to do with trades at all, but all this is really just kind of motivating him or like pumping him up to try and improve his morale. So I ended up just walking away. I mean, there's really no purpose to that right there. So after that, I just went into a shoot around with the 2 guys who I'm considering getting. First guy is Serge Ibaka, and I started off really strong with him. I was getting perfects like left and right. He seems like a really good shooter in my opinion. I think he'll be deadly in the pick and pop, even from the 3-point line. He's almost as good as Dirk, like in that kind of way, where he could do a pick and pop and just get it to him, and then he'll be able to knock it down. I mean, I'm not saying he's just as good as Dirk. Dirk's like a Hall of Famer when he's retiring, but you get the point. He's pretty good at shooting. He has a B- mid-range, C+ 3, so that's not all that bad. And look how many hot spots he has. It's just ridiculous. He only has 1 cold spot, and it's in that corner over there. So I just won't take shots from there. He seems pretty good. He missed a couple in a row, but then he ended up making that last 3. And the second guy is Terrence Jones, and he kind of has an awkward release, so that kind of made me not want him. But he's still pretty good. He doesn't have like he's not nearly as talented at shooting from mid-range or 3, like really not 3. He's not good at those. I won't really be taking many with him from there, but he's even not as good at mid-rangers. But maybe he'll be better at like slashing, getting to the hoop. I'm not really sure. That kind of disencouraged me to get him because he has a weird shot and he's not as good, and he has more cold spots, as you can see right there. So I'm not really sure about Terrence Jones. I want to hear what you guys have to think. So let me know about any trades that you want me to do, either of these, or if you have any others that you think would be a good idea. But anyway, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.